Across the Red Sea, Saudi Arabia's attention has suddenly fixed on Eritrea, a nation long shrouded in mystery and defined by its fierce independence. In Riyadh, Eritrea is now marked as a key player on new strategic maps. The question is, why now? What makes Eritrea so valuable to the Saudis at this moment? High-level delegations, secretive agreements, and promises of billions in investment signal a determined Saudi push. This isn't a casual diplomatic gesture, it's a calculated move in a much larger regional game. Saudi Arabia's actions are deliberate, driven by a vision for economic security and regional dominance. Eritrea's history of self-reliance is being tested as Saudi Arabia makes significant inroads. The world is watching as Eritrea stands at a crossroads, balancing the promise of prosperity against the cost of its hard-won sovereignty. To understand this sudden Saudi rush, we must look at Eritrea's unique blend of location, resources, and political dynamics. The story begins with geography, a hidden prize in a new contest for influence. Eritrea's greatest asset is its long strategic coastline along the Red Sea, one of the world's most vital maritime corridors. This coast is a global choke point, with much of the world's oil and goods passing through the el-Mandeb Strait. For Saudi Arabia, whose economy depends on these shipping lanes, a stable partner across the water is essential. Control or influence here means leverage over global trade and security. As the Horn of Africa and Middle East become more connected, Eritrea's location has become a geopolitical prize. Riyadh sees Eritrea's coast as a crucial part of its Red Sea security strategy. By partnering with Eritrea, Saudi Arabia aims to secure its economic lifeline and buffer itself from regional threats. This is not just investment, it's a strategic necessity. Beneath Eritrea's arid landscape lies a wealth of untapped minerals: gold, copper, zinc, and potash. The Bisha mine has already proven Eritrea's potential, and new projects are underway. For a small, developing nation, these resources could be transformative. There's also growing excitement about possible oil and gas reserves offshore, with geology similar to Saudi Arabia and Yemen. International energy companies are quietly circling, hoping for a major discovery. For Saudi Arabia, investing in Eritrea's mining and energy sectors fits perfectly with its Vision 2030 plan to diversify beyond oil. Eritrea offers not just resources, but a chance to secure critical supply chains for Saudi industry. The kingdom sees opportunity and a way to shape Eritrea's economic future. Saudi Arabia's presence in Eritrea is rapidly expanding, with a focus on reviving the ports of Massawa and Assab. Saudi investment aims to transform these ports into modern logistics hubs, integrating Eritrea into the Saudi economic sphere. Control over these gateways gives Riyadh influence over Eritrea's trade and development. Inland, Saudi firms are eyeing Eritrea's agricultural potential, seeking to secure food supplies for the kingdom. These projects promise jobs and infrastructure for Eritrea, while tying its economy closer to Saudi interests. Trade agreements and special economic zones are on the table, deepening the partnership. For Eritrea, this is a chance to jumpstart development. For Saudi Arabia, it's a masterstroke of economic statecraft. The stakes are high for both nations. Saudi Arabia isn't alone in the Red Sea race. Other powers are vying for influence in Eritrea. The UAE has used Eritrean ports for military operations and maintains strong economic ties. Turkey is expanding its reach in the region, blending military and economic strategies. Egypt, wary of any single power dominating the Red Sea, seeks to balance its own interests. Eritrea finds itself in a unique position, able to play rivals against each other for the best deals. But this is a dangerous game. Foreign competition could destabilize the country if not managed carefully. Eritrea must navigate these rivalries to avoid becoming a proxy battleground. For Eritrea, Saudi investment offers a path out of economic stagnation. New roads, schools, and jobs. Ports could become world-class trade hubs, and mining revenues could transform the nation. But the risks are real. Foreign investment often comes with strings attached, and autonomy can be lost. Eritrea's leaders must ask, Will these deals benefit the people or just foreign corporations? The challenge is to balance economic engagement with political sovereignty. Opening up could bring new pressures and ideas that challenge the current order. The government must ensure that benefits are widely shared and that Eritrea's independence isn't compromised. The stakes couldn't be higher. The nation's future hangs in the balance. Eritrea now stands at a crossroads, facing two stark futures. One path leads to prosperity, a nation that leverages its assets for sustainable development and regional leadership. In this scenario, foreign partnerships fuel growth without sacrificing sovereignty, and wealth is reinvested for all. The other path is darker. Eritrea becomes a pawn in regional rivalries, its resources exploited, and its stability threatened. Competing interests could turn promise into conflict, undermining the nation's hard-won unity. The choices made now, on deals, safeguards, and vision, will shape Eritrea for decades. Will it emerge as a sovereign success story or fall victim to the ambitions of others? The world is watching as Eritrea decides its fate.